Hey there, welcome back to Garden Rose. I am here today to try some winter sowing projects. It was around this time last year where I was right here in my dining room starting seeds for the very first time, filming it, not sure if I was ever going to put it up on YouTube, if I was going to start trying to do my own channel or not, and I did, and we're here. This will be my 100th video when this one goes up, so it's only fitting that we come back to my dining room and start some seeds together. So if you're new here, I just started my gardening journey within the last year. Last garden season was my first one. My husband built me beautiful garden beds and we've tried our hand at growing our own food, and it was pretty successful. We did a good job. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. And I'm excited to dive back into it this year. I'm starting to get that itch where I want to get back outside and garden. So this winter sowing project is perfect timing for me to kind of get my feet wet again. I was able to film almost all of that journey over the last year. So if you're new to my channel, there's plenty of videos to check out and see how we are gardening over here. And yeah, it's been really cool to take you along with me, you know, have some accountability, have some help, have some advice while I learn how to do this all for myself. So with winter sowing, I've gone through my seeds and I picked out some of the ones that I think I want to start, and I got some containers together. So just like a milk jug, an old tea jug, that lettuce container that I got. If you've watched any of my videos, I just did a grocery haul and I picked up lettuce from this container specifically so that I could reuse this container. So I've got that. And then this was just a bigger spinach container that doesn't have a lid, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for the cover, but I think that should be okay. Poked holes in the bottom of everything for drainage and filled it with just regular potting soil. I have a bag that I usually just fill my houseplants with. I'm just using that. I was reading up on winter sowing, and people will say that you don't have to have like the very sterile seed starting mix, but gardening soil and just soil from outside is a little bit too harsh. So potting soil should be fine, but again, this is my first time doing this, so if I find out it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Some of my lessons that I learned from seed starting last year had a lot to do with the soil and like the medium that I was growing it in. So potting soil I'm familiar with. I use it for all my plants inside and they do well, so we'll see. I'm hoping this works. But I did pick out some seeds of things that I wanted to play around with and start. So I have some onions left from last year. I have a few packets of onions that I know I want to grow, and I'm not 1,000% confident that this is going to work. So I'm just going to use the seeds from last year, and if they don't really do much, I'll still be starting the new onions that I got inside. So I think I'm going to put those in the small milk container. I have borage and swamp milkweed that I picked up. I just wanted to up my game with flowers and different perennials other than just vegetable garden. So I know the swamp milkweed is a perennial, so I just need to get it started, and then once I have it out there, hopefully it comes back. But with the perennial, it also does need that cold stratification. So this will be a good option to start winter sowing since I'm going to be putting it outside, and it will for sure get cold because it's still really cold out there. So I'm going to put these together in this one. And then some other flowers, hollyhocks, and I got some aster from my mother-in-law. It's actually the flower for my birthday month. So she got me some of that for my birthday, so I'm gonna start this. And I'm not sure 100% about the hollyhocks. I think the idea behind winter sowing is that they will just lay dormant until it's warm enough for them to start. So if I'm wrong in that understanding, this might not go that well. But if I'm correct, then these will be okay to just throw in there, and hopefully they'll start sprouting and growing once they're ready to do so and once the conditions are good. But the flowers, I'm not feeling 100% confident in, so if you're screaming at me right now, don't do it. I'm not gonna do the whole packet. I'm just gonna try some of them, so we'll see. So I'll use the Arizona tea container as my flower container, and we'll try these. And then last step for this long container, I'm going to try to divide up some herbs and put those in here. So I have dill, parsley, chives, and cilantro. So those are all the ones that I want to start. I already have thyme, oregano, and rosemary in pots indoors from the garden. The rosemary is doing fine. It looks really great. The oregano and the thyme look dead. They're still in their container, but they don't look the best. So I don't know if they will for sure make it to the garden. I'm hoping that they're just like, because I put them next to a window, which might not have been the best idea, but I wanted them to still get some sunlight. So I think the draftiness from the window is still kind of cold, and they're still like in shock a little bit that they got so cold. So I hope they're just in shock and they're gonna bounce back, but they might also be dead. So we'll see. But I'm not gonna start those. I have limited space here, so I wanna start the ones that I for sure don't have and that I want. So that's what I'm going with, and I'm just gonna dive in. I know enough about it to feel like I can get started. I don't know everything about it, so I'm sure, you know, there's still opportunities to learn here, but I'm just gonna sprinkle some seeds in, lightly cover them, water them, and throw these bad boys covered outside. So let's start planting them. All right, there we go. There's my attempt at winter sowing and starting some seeds while I'm antsy and excited for the gardening year, but can't quite get outside. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here for my journey thus far over the last year. Like I said, there's a ton of videos if you want to go see what last year was like before heading into this new garden year. I'm so excited. I cannot believe this is my 100th video. It's just been a really cool journey so far, and I'm excited to keep going this summer and see the differences between last garden and this garden, and just pick up on all those little lessons that I've learned along the way and see if I can't do all this a little bit better the second time around. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll continue to give me those awesome words of encouragement that you guys have all been leaving in my comments so far. And thanks for being here. If you have any winter sowing tips, or if you've done this, if you're doing it at the same time as I am, leave a comment. Let me know how your stuff is going, and I will report back. Hopefully we see some growth eventually. Again, not expecting anything soon, but feels good to have something started, and we'll see what happens. That's the best I got. We'll throw some seeds in and see what happens. But, all right, stay tuned for all those updates and more for this 2024 garden season. That's all for me tonight, so I'll see you on the next one.